heated hot tub with jets and everything you could possibly want. Normally it was $600. You're watching at the right time, because today it's $359.99. 5 easy pays at $72. So that's one way, and you can use any credit card you want. But if you have yourself a QVC credit card, you can opt for 12 easy pays, and the 12 easy pays will bring it down to $29.99 a month. Life is too short. I am finding that out every single day, not to go ahead and just abandon your reservations in life and get yourself that hot tub you've always wanted, that you are going to absolutely love. My sister Karen and my brother-in-law, they have 4 kids, my wonderful nieces and nephews, and they have an in-ground pool. They've had it for years. And we spend so much time in the hot tub. You have the best conversations with family and friends, and everybody wants to be part of this. So I'm going to invite Rachel Pavis, who is a wonderful designer here, who brings us the hot tub. And Rachel, you and I are going in. Thank goodness there's no water in here, otherwise it might not be pretty. But how are you, my friend?
We would it up and make it so nice. So good to see you, Pat. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Of course. You know what? I'm going in.
Yeah, right? Why not?
Because I am telling you, my sister, and listen, that's a permanent hot tub that she has. And, you know, they've got 4 kids. They host a lot. So it was a big investment, but it was worth it. I think, to me, when I think of her hot tub, I think about the nights when we sat there with our growing girls that were teenagers and had those great conversations.
It's so true, Pat, because my daughters are 20 and 22. And, you know, my daughter, just before she went away to college a couple weeks ago, she was like, Mom, let's get in the hot tub and gossip. Yes. And I love it because it's the time that her and I can sit together. There's no electronics, there's no TV or anything interfering, and it allows us to have that time to kind of catch up, especially when it's dark out, because I feel like they're more willing to share some of those things when there aren't lights on. So for me, I turn all the lights off outside. We get into the hot tub, we stargaze, and it's the best conversation time.
Absolutely. And you know, if you've always wanted it, I keep thinking about the 12 easy pays, and if you don't have a Q card, we can get you one. I know how to do that. The 800 number, or you can go on QVC.com. It takes a couple of minutes. You use it to buy this, and then you'll have 12 months, and there's no penalty. I mean, you can take it off earlier, however it works into your budget. Just know for 12 months, you can go ahead and figure it into your budget, and then after you pay it off, it's yours. I mean, we send it out right away, so you won't be waiting and you won't be disappointed. So many times I always think, you know, you imagine in your life, well, one day. Today's the day.
Yeah, well, for years, my husband and I were saying one day.
Right.
And then I got this Bestway spa. We set it up at home, and it's funny, I tell this story a lot on air, so you maybe have heard it, but my husband jokes all the time now. He says, we should have gotten one sooner. And he's joking
That's
about
your only
it.
regret.
Yes, we do regret it. We wish we had gotten one sooner. That's it.
When the kids were younger.
Yes, and because when we were entertaining more, when the kids were home, you spend so much time there. You know, when I think about going to a spa or going to like a hotel or a fancy place that has a hot tub in it, I always try and book one that has a hot tub.
Yeah,
but the thing is when you think about what you spend for a night in one of those places,
oh my gosh,
it's less than what you're paying here. When I saw the price, I couldn't believe that. And I say, go out there and price shop, because you're not going to find anything like this.
And this
comparable.
is manageable. This is not, you know, having a crew and this, that, and the other thing. You're going to explain everything, because obviously it would be kind of funny if the UPS person delivered it this way, but it doesn't come this way, so you don't have to worry.
No, it comes in one big box, which is nice. It has handles on the side, but you want 2 people to lift it.
Okay.
When this is filled up, by the way, it weighs about 1,500 pounds. So if you're thinking about where you're going to put it, just know that. But yeah, when you're getting it out of the box, when you first get this home, it comes with really great instructions on how to set it up, but it is really very easy. I honestly, the first time when we got it, I was waiting for my husband Jeremy to finish work so he could help me, and finally Maisie and I are like, we're going to do it. So we did, and it was so simple. I'm going to show show you everything. It comes with literally everything that you need to set this up on your own.
Except the water.
The water and the chlorine. If you want to purchase some chlorine or bromine, you can absolutely do that. That's going to keep the water clean.
Okay.
So when you first get home, you're going to take it out of the box and you'll see this is kind of your control center. So let me pull this a little bit closer so that we can see. Now this is going to do all the work for you. This is what's going to inflate your hot tub. It's also going to heat the water in your hot tub. It's going to draw the water out through the filter, so it's going to clean your hot tub. So it's going to do all of that for you. And so I kind of consider this our workhorse, or like, you know, the main station. So you're going to take this cord when you first get it home. You're going to attach this cord right here to this port. And when I first got it on, I was like, how am I going to know which port? Where am I going? I'm not going to be able to figure this out. Well, it doesn't fit here, and it doesn't fit here. It only fits here. So that makes it super, super easy. And everything is hand tightened. You don't need any extra tools, a drill, or any of that, okay?
Oh, nice, okay.
So you hand tighten that on there, and then this end here, you're going to put into the spa where it says there's a number 1. You can see there's a little 1 right there. This attaches into that port right there. In fact, there's a valve on here. I'll just unscrew the valve to show you. I like now that when that valve is unscrewed, I don't have to worry about the air leaking. This piece goes right into there.
I was just going to say, did you need me to get off?
No, I don't need you to get off. You stay right where you are. So this piece goes, goes right into here.
And that's how it inflates.
And then you're going to come over here, you're going to turn on your pump, and you're going to hit the bubbles button. And that bubbles button is what is going to then help you to inflate the hot tub. By the way, this is on an oscillating arm, so I can adjust it so that with sun glare or light glare, you don't have to worry about seeing that. So literally, you put this in, you turn on the bubbles, and that's going to inflate the spa. And that takes literally less than 5 minutes. I'm going to say really, it's about 2 minutes.
Fast?
Yeah, it's really fast. It inflates very quickly. I did it when you were on air over there. So once you have that inflated, you're then going to close this valve.
Okay.
And then you're going to inflate the cover. And I do love that we include the cover. You'll see the cover is right behind you, Pat. So once you inflate the cover, then what you're going to do is you're going to remove this pipe. Again, all hand tighten.
Okay.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to line up this control center right here with the valves on the side of the tub. So you'll notice that it fits together like a puzzle. You can't mess it up. The pipes aren't long enough.
Probably don't even need to read the directions.
Right. You don't even need to read the directions. Exactly. Oh, I'm dropping things here. So you can see here, you're going to line these pieces up, and once you line them up, then you're going to hand tighten each one of them, and then that's how you're going to attach it. The next thing you do, you fill your spa with water.
Okay, and it can be just regular hose water,
Hose water, yes, 100% hose water.
Okay.
And then you have these other pieces.
Is there a fill line?
Yes, there
is
a minimum and a maximum. Holds 177 gallons. We'll talk about why that's important in a few minutes. You're also going to get these 2 pieces here. Now this is your filter. Okay, so this is what's going to filter the water. So I'm going to open this up just to show you.
That's nice that
the
it
filter.
has that.
Yes, it comes with the filter. So when I open this up, there's your filter. Now I recommend cleaning this filter. You can just take it into your kitchen sink and rinse this off. This is going to get any of the leaves, hair, debris, or anything like that. Bugs, tiny bugs, all that. So just rinse that every couple times. Use the hot tub, you know, depending on how good you are about cleaning off your feet before you get in, honestly. Okay, so then
idea.
This attaches opposite. If you see these pipes down here, it's going to fit opposite of this bottom one. So the water gets drawn. Right see, I don't know if we have a camera overhead, but so the water's going to get drawn. It's going to get attached right here.
We don't.
So the water comes through here, goes into your little control center, heats the water, and then spits it back out. When it spits it back out through the valve that this piece connects to. And this piece right here is your chemical dispenser. So this is what you're going to use, Pat, to put your chlorine or bromine tablets. Go right into there.
Okay, and you buy those at the pool store?
Yeah, exactly, on the internet,
big
at the
box
pool
store,
supply, any of the big box stores, yes.
Yeah.
So all in, you're gonna, what you need to purchase outside of getting this hot tub, what you need is your chlorine or bromine. You're gonna want some test strips. You could purchase some pH reducer, but everything that you would need to add in here is gonna be less than $40. A skimmer if you want. I mean, you know, you could buy a couple extra things, but in all honesty, it really comes with everything that you need to get up and running. Once you fill it with the water, you're then going to turn the heater on. To heat it, it heats to 104 degrees if you want it to. To me, that's a little hot. I like it closer down to about, I like it at 102.
You're so funny.
I know all the stuff. 104 is a little toasty for me. My daughter Maddie, she will crank it up to 104.
I'm with her.
Yeah.
we're sitting on the side of it.
Yes.
So you see, talk to me about how durable it is.
Yes, so this is something made out of DuraPlus, and it is triple times fortified. So if you think about like those kiddie pools that are inflatable kiddie pools, that's like 1 ply. This is 3 ply. So this is puncture resistant. So it is really, really durable, very sturdy. You can have 2 to 4 people in the hot tub or sitting on the outside of it. In fact, we can sit down in there. I know we don't have an aerial camera here, but we can sit here comfortably.
I don't know if I can get back.
Okay, so that brings up a very good point though, Pat, right? If we've had people say, can I put a chair in here? You can. You can put a chair in here. Just put something in that is going to not scratch the bottom, okay? So for instance, for me, I have a little cushion that I picked up at the pool supply store that I put in mine because I'm little. And I like to be sitting up a little bit higher. And the cushion you can fill it with water actually. And they're inexpensive. It's less than $20 for that cushion if you want.
All we need is one of those things that float to put
with our chips and salsa.
And our chips and salsa.
You know, we did that down at the beach one year. My kids, they brought us chips and salsa. We put it on a boogie board. A boogie board fits in here and it floats and you can put your chips and salsa on that. That's a pro tip.
Yes. See,
don't turn the bubbles on though.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to be cleaning out chips and salsa.
You are, absolutely.
Is there, and I don't know if you know this answer, but the bottom is not inflated, but it is that 3 ply.
There's a little bit of cushion. Yeah, they did add a cushion to it. In fact, I had the original spa when we first brought these here to QVC, and it didn't have that.
Okay.
So I appreciate that it has a little bit of give to it, yes, which is nice. They've also added a valve that allows you to drain the water and an outside port so you can use a hose. So when you're ready to drain it, because this is some of the questions that I get asked, right? How often you change the water? I change my water 2 to 3 times a year, depending how frequently I'm using it.
A year?
No, a year.
2 to 3 times a year. Okay.
Yes, and it's 177 gallons. So one of the nice things is that it has that port on the outside. Let me show you where that is.
Okay.
So the port is, you know what, actually I don't know if we can see it with the camera, but there's a port right here.
You want me to get up and we can move it?
My hand is on. Can you kind of see it? And actually we can even spin it around if you want. We'll spin it around. Because there are handles on it, but if I just get a little spin. So here's the port right here. You can attach a garden hose to this. And what's nice about that is then you can direct where the water goes, so it's not just sitting in its own
yes. So you don't, that's good.
So that's how it works. And we include the cover.
And you include, and you said inflate the cover, and I was like, inflate the cover? So what do you mean, and why is it inflatable?
Okay, so here's the inside of the cover. It's inflatable because then it sits on top of the water. That makes it really super easy to use. It's not heavy because it's just air in there. Now some of those, commercially installed hot tubs that you can pick up at the store, they are, the covers are really heavy. In fact, I've heard you have to buy an arm that's an additional attachment that would have to, if you have a commercially installed hot tub. So this one here, let me just spin this a smidge so we can show the,
here.
I want to show you how the cover locks on. Now this is important because what they did was a 3-point clasp so that little fingers can't get in there. So I'm going to show you how that locks,
perfect.
It literally fits in just like that, but then it's not easy to get out. You have to squeeze here and push here in order to then open it.
And you can tighten this down. You know what? Thank you for saying that, because I was thinking about, the weather or an animal or water snakes getting in here. This wild
water snakes. You went to a dark place fast.
Frogs and stuff like that.
No water snakes are going to get into your hot tub. That would be really, really upsetting.
I don't need the deer drinking out of my hot tub.
Yes, but that's why we put the cover on.
And if it's windy,
to fit nice and snug on there. Yes.
Okay.
So that so no animals will just say
yes. That's what I was worried about.
Pets, animals, water snakes are swimming over to get into your hot tub. I mean, I can see why you might be feeling.
You never worry about that?
I do not worry about that. I've never, and we have a creek in our backyard, but I have never had a water snake.
Here's a whole new worry for you.
I don't think that they could scale the side. I don't know, but I've never had that problem, so I can't speak to it, Pat. But yeah, so you're showing the 3-point.
You really cannot. You're right.
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't come undone easily, so little fingers can't get into it.
Big fingers have trouble. I mean, you cannot. Look, don't you normally do this? And I thought, what am I doing wrong? But you have to press this and that.
And then it slides right out.
Yeah, and then it slides out. So you know what? I don't know a good water snake that probably could do that, because I can't even do it.
You want me to show? You got it there?
No.
So if you squeeze the two and then
there you go.
Yeah, so you just, it's literally, it's a 3-point safety system.
But that's a really good safety system.
Yeah, it is. It's
and we'll
definitely,
figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know of any water sinks.
And so then we'll just put this over to the side.
Yes.
And how long before you get into it do you, I mean, obviously the water will be in here.
So how long does it take to heat the water and all that?
That was exactly my question.
So when your water comes out of